Chapter 3. The Bhagavatas said, Dear Sadguru, please tell us the best way to propitiate Sri Krishna. Are not all sorrows ended by the mercy of Sri Krishna? Sri Sadguru said, Sri Krishna, the fond lover of the devotees, does not get pleased with yoga, yajna, penance, wisdom, and austerities. He is pleased with devotion alone. Prahlada listed the 9 means of developing devotion. Among them, chanting alone is enough to satisfy Sri Krishna. Enchanted with Nama Sankirtan, Sri Govinda dances merrily in that place where his devotees sing in praise of him with great transcendental devotion. I personally drew Sri Govinda, who is inaccessible even to the demons like Brahma, into my fold with the help of Gita Govinda alone. As soon as I start playing on veena, melodiously singing the Gita Govinda, Sri Krishna reveals himself in my heart as if summoned. The Bhagavata said, O Sadguru, please explain to us the merit of that Gita Govinda, rendering of which induces Bhagavan Sri Hari to give his darshan immediately. Sri Sadguru said, Formerly there was a renowned poet named Jayadeva in Puri Jagannath. He was an expert in playing the veena. He was endowed with all noble qualities, including humility. He had deep knowledge of all the Shastras. He had completely subdued all his senses and was practicing strict austerities. He was also absorbed in contemplation of Sri Krishna. His wife was a very chaste woman named Padmavati. She was adorned with all virtuous qualities and was an amicable woman. Jayadeva led a life purely devoted to Sri Krishna along with his wife, who was the very embodiment of love. Being very courageous, he lived by Unchavrutti and was tirelessly serving the Vaishnavas. The couple led a happy life together in mutual love. They spent their time conversing about the captivating divine, amorous pastimes of Sri Madhava and Devi Radha. He composed the great and sweet poetical work named Gita Govinda. It sings in praise of all attractive personalities of Sri Govinda and Radha. In the superb Kavya, there is one chapter named Kandita Varnanam, in which Sri Krishna admits his desire to bear the feet of Sri Radha on his holy head in order to appease her anger. The great poet could not write those lines in the Kavya because he could not bear the idea of Sri Krishna, the Supreme Soul, being humiliated in that way. Yet he could not write a different verse in place of that which was so dear to Sri Krishna. Worried over this matter, Sri Jayadeva went out to take a bath in the river. In the meantime, Bhagavan Sri Krishna appeared in the form of Sri Jayadeva, calling out for Padmavati. He got the writing material from her and wrote the same verse so dear to him. The devotee Jayadeva came home completing his religious rites in the river. He has substituted another verse in place of the one he wanted to delete. When he opened the book, he saw written there the verse he had left incomplete. Beautiful handwriting with well-shaped letters are found here. Who wrote these? He inquired to his dear wife. Padmavati replied, Oh dear, halfway through your oil bath, you only came here and wrote this. It's only your handwriting. Why do you confuse me like this? Sri Sadguru said, when he heard these words of Padmavati, it dawned upon the poet that it was the Leela of Sri Krishna. He was overwhelmed with ecstasy. Hairs were standing on the end all over his body and eyes were shedding tears of joy. In a choked voice, he spoke gently to his wife thus. Sri Jayadeva said, Oh dear, you are the most fortunate one. Only yours is true devotion. For you could see face to face the Supreme Soul, Sri Govinda, the Lord of the Gopis. What a pleasant surprise! I could witness the astounding Leela of Sri Radha Ramana today. I am able to see the very letters written by Sri Krishna. Madhava, Sri Krishna, the true repository of compassion and well-wisher of the devotees, please bless me with the devotion to your lotus feet in every birth. I do not desire wealth or property or fame. I yearn to acquire only firm devotion to your lotus feet. Sri Sadguru continued. The couple, thus favored with Krishna's untold mercy, led a life ever devoted to singing the glories of Sri Krishna. They experienced inexplicable divine bliss in adoring Sri Krishna, Sri Govinda, singing in praise of him and dancing joyfully. Seating Sri Krishna and Radha comfortably on the swing, the couple served them with unalloyed prem. They decorated Sri Krishna with flowers, sandal paste, and other scented powders. Their hearts were filled with mutual love and devotion for him. Thus the couple led a life fully devoted to the service of Sri Krishna. Loving devotion, which is not easily cultivated, generally was ever increasing in their hearts. The couple set an example to the householders in a way that they should lead their lives. A householder's life devoid of devotion to Lord Krishna is equal to life in the hell. One day, being delighted with their melodious rendering of Gita Govinda, Sri Krishna appeared before the couple while they were performing their recital. The Lord appeared wearing a crown of peacock feathers. He was dressed in exquisite yellow silk, exhibited a charming countenance which was like a full-blown lotus. He wore gently swaying makarakundalas, shark-shaped glossy earrings. His locks of hair were curly and loving to look at, and he was decorated with the kasturi tilak. He was playing on the flute and was embracing Devi Radha. His bodily hue resounded a cool dark cloud. He was wearing a beautiful Vaijayanti garland. He was standing with legs crossed bewitchingly. Sri Jayadeva and Padmavati had his darshan thus. Overwhelmed with the ecstatic darshan, Jayadeva was shivering all over and shedding tears. His hair standing on the end, he fell prostrate at the feet of the Devadeva, the master of the universe, along with his wife. Bhagavan Sri Krishna was immensely pleased. He hugged Jayadeva, his devotee, and blessed him with a boon thus: "Be engaged in my bhajan daily with your favorable wife." Thus, receiving the priceless boon of divine Prema Bhakti from Sri Krishna, the poet Jayadeva was enraptured with Krishna Prem and was thrown into ecstasy. Those who sing the Gita Govinda daily are awarded the darshan of Sri Krishna, the benefactor of the devotees. Thus ends chapter 3 entitled Jayadeva Charitram of book 5 of Shri Vaishnava Samhita, composed by Shri Krishna Premi Swamigal.